Today we're going to talk about marking a pattern, and you're going to use this assignment sheet from Blackboard. The type of marking that you do on a pattern is going to depend on how quickly you're going to sew, the type of fabric you're using, and remember you want to put your marks on the wrong side of the fabric. One of the first types of marking is tracing paper and tracing wheel. Tracing paper, remember, comes in different brands and sizes. Some of it is water soluble, you can remove it with a damp rag. Others is heat removable, you can iron it off. You want to read the directions that come with your tracing paper. To use tracing paper, you're going to take tracing paper and a tracing wheel. And it's a good idea to use a magazine or something so you don't scratch up your table. And I'm just going to turn that down so you can see it. There's also one other kind of tracing paper, and that's called Mark B Gon. This will dissolve in air. It's air erasable within 24 to 48 hours, similar to the Mark B Gon pens. So you're going to take 2 pieces of muslin. So take your strip of muslin, cut a 2-inch strip, and cut 2-inch pieces, and you're going to place the tracing paper between the 2 pieces, and that would be the wrong side of your fabric. You're going to take your tracing wheel and you're going to make a firm X. You only have to go over it one time, and then you get an X on each side, and that's using tracing paper. Another thing you can use are marking pens. And marking pens come in the blue, which is the Mark B Gon. It is water soluble. You can wipe it out with water. You can use the purple pen, which is the air erasable pen that usually disappears in 24 to 48 hours. And they also make a combination pen with blue on one side, purple on the other side. You can also mark with fabric marking pens, and these are also water soluble. You'd want to pick a color that would show up on the fabric that you're using. So for this one, you just want to take 1 piece of muslin, and whatever marking tool that you have, whether it's a marking pen or a marking pencil, and I'm going to make 2 marks on this. I'm going to make 2 X's so you can see them, and you don't have to press too hard so you can see them. You only need to make 1 X with whatever marking pen you have. Okay. Other marking tools that you could use is tailor's chalk, and this comes in different colors too. That can be used for marking. And a household sliver of soap is a good marking tool, especially on dark fabrics where some of your marking tools don't show up. You want to be careful though, it's not good on all fabrics, especially silks, because it does have that oily base. Another thing you want to do is tailor tacks. And to make tailor tacks, take 2 pieces of muslin and put them together. And tailor tacks are an older form of marking that was used. When you have tailor tacks, you want to thread a needle with thread, and about an arm's length is a good measurement when you're hand stitching anything. And we'll thread the needle and bring it together. We're not going to knot this for tailor tacks. Bring the 2 ends together. And you're going to go through both pieces. You're going to take a stitch, needle in and out, and pull it through, and you're going to leave short tails on one end, and then you're going to take another stitch and you're going to go in exactly where you went in before and out where you came out. So go in where you went in and come out where you came out. I'm using black thread so that you can see it, but you want to be careful about using dark thread because it can sometimes rub into your lighter fabric, and then clip it. If you had a number of marks to do. You could do a line of them. I think our textbook shows you that. Then you want to take your 2 pieces of fabric, and you've got that loop there, and you've taken 2 stitches on the back side, and you want to pull it apart and clip in between, like so. So you have a stitch on one side and the loose ends on the other. Now, I did mention that it does make a difference how quickly you're going to sew. You could imagine if you took this out and put this away a couple of times, you'd start losing those threads and they wouldn't be too useful to you. So you want to be careful of that. As you get finished, what you want to do is take your samples and tape them to your paper. And the first one, tape them so both of your marks show. The next one is just the one with the X, and then the bottom you want to tape your 2 tailor tacks right there.